Step into Wix Studio, the new web creation platform built for agencies.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Burn Live, y'all. Marijuana keeping you connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers' eye red, keeping underage smoking on social media. Let me know if I'm too dark or do I need to be light? Do I need to brighten up one of my lights? But killing myself for y'all entertainment, smoking with cannabis friends. Hey, do me a favor. Like, share if you possibly can. If you like the content, if y'all think this is it's feasible for you to share, you know what I'm saying? I would like to grow my page, my peoples, my audience, my crew. Shout out to Rumble, shout out to Facebook, shout out to X. You know, y'all been holding it down for me. Y'all been actually, for real, these last couple of days been bringing me a decent crowd and people to make it worth. Because like I said, I don't ask for no money. I do this for a hobby. This is actually literally my hobby. I just love doing this. I just love bringing y'all the news and things that are going on. So I only had really one story that I really truly wanted to cover, but everybody been kind of not hitting me up, but my news feed or my wall or whatever y'all want to call it has been blowing up about this two-son thing. And so I was like, I remember seeing it. I do. And maybe I should have covered the story. Maybe, just maybe. And so I was like, okay, so I didn't cover the story. But then, ladies and gentlemen, it's popping up everywhere. This story is popping up everywhere. So by it popping up everywhere, it's like, maybe I need to do some investigation. I told a lot of people I'm a flat earth theory and stuff like that. I believe in the flat earth and blah blah blah. That's time for a different story. If y'all want me to get into that, but this double sun action and what's crazy, what really made me want to go into this, it was the fact that I seen a thing on, I think it was Instagram, and a lady, like, I was in Arizona when she seen it, I was like, okay, you was in Arizona when you seen it. So here's another one. So that's amazing. I guess this is supposed to explain to us. Nope. I thought this was gonna be more of an explanation, like, yeah, why is there two Earths? This would be a nice reason to explaining to us why it's two Earths. So that's supposed to be a grip. So why do y'all think there was two Earths? I'm even curious to think about it. Shit, hell, I'm not even smart enough to think of why. But to see all these stories of people showing it off, and these are not in the same city. These are in different cities, different states. This don't even look like this is in America, but I could be wrong. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see. But y'all seeing this. So y'all seeing this. So for me to say that I heard a story, I seen about it, I don't know too much about it, is weird. And now that I put it in my title and put up here about the two suns, that's all we basically see. America's Two Suns in the Sky video. So this happened in 2017 too. So 2024, 2017. Is it every 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Every 7 years this happened? Looks, could it be every 7 years? I don't know, man. I'm just bringing it up because it seems to be something that's rarely happens and not too much discussed on the situations. You know, you just see a lot of people that's recording it. You don't hear no, like, I haven't found no scientists that say, okay, this is the explanation of two suns. One is the sun, one is the moon. It's reflecting off the sun. Anything to sound reasonable or logical, we is not hearing. But you're seeing it. See, look, they even got the science good, but he's gonna explain to you sunset. Three suns in the sky. Stop playing.
You now live in a world where you never
Stop playing. I knew we was finna go down a rabbit hole, but I didn't think we was finna go down a rabbit hole like this.
So there you are. You've been driving for hours through the night. You didn't have any chance to sleep, so your mind is hanging by a thread. You stop the car and go out to stretch your limbs. And then you look up into the sky and see a beautiful sunrise. Whoa, wait! There are 3 suns in the sky. You rub your eyes, but nope. There are still 3 bright stars in the sky. No, our home star hasn't been torn into 3 pieces, nor has it been visited by 2 other stars. This is called a sundog. It occurs mostly during severe frosts. Small ice crystals in the sky bend the light. As a result, you may see 3 bright spots in the sky instead of just 1. This phenomenon is officially called a halo. Usually it's just a circle around the sun. You can even see a halo at night too. Just look at a street lamp and you'll see a bright circle around it. Sometimes a halo can take on a fancier shape. If there's a lot of ice in the air, the light is warped even more, just like in a room with a dozen mirrors. Then the halo can take on the shape of a human eye.
Okay, so he's explaining 3 suns. 3 suns are in the sky from ice particles that's flying around. Okay, that's cool. That makes somewhat sense, but that doesn't explain to us none of these 2 sun theories that we seeing in the sky. That's not explaining none of that, bro. What else can I find? What else can I find? And see this little cartoon that y'all see at the top. What if we had two suns? The theories about two suns and how we all be heated up. We would probably be set on fire. That's weird. Nobody. Did anybody that watching my show even see two suns in the sky?
Destroy the Earth in 2025. Sometimes the sun shoots a huge amount of its hot plasma at the Earth, which can cause mass destruction. In 1859, a geomagnetic storm named the Carrington event occurred, which resulted in mass destruction. This event was so strong that aurora could be seen as far south as Hawaii. If something like this happened again today and we weren't prepared, it could knock out the entire world's energy grid for multiple years. And these events happen in cycles. Every 11 years, the sun enters a period of extreme solar activity, and we are entering the next maximum right now. If you want to learn more, check out the full video out
See?
now. The sun could destroy the Earth.
See that? Okay, now, so the two suns is the reflection of the sun doing a solar flare and having one reaction. That's probably one of them little solar balls just floating in the sky. Is that reasonable? Is that cool? Can we follow down that rabbit hole? I'm just curious. These are questions that me and you, we cannot solve, and conspiracy theories land and world of Hollywood or whatever you want to say are propaganda, bros. It's just, I'm curious to wonder about the monopoly of strange events or things that are unexplainable. I'm getting more curious down that land, down that world. I am. I'm gonna start doing this when I say hi to the X, hi to my book, YouTube. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Hi to my Twitch page. I mean Rumble. That's what's up, dog. So now but see, at first, y'all, I wasn't even knowing if I was even getting comments from Rumble because nobody wanted to comment. Well, I had one good friend that was commenting, but it wasn't coming over here. And only thing I can't monitor. Well, I know my book face pages get monitored, so that's one thing I'm not monitoring. So, sun, is it real out here? Is it really two suns? This is what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I do have a deeper story that I want to dissect. For real. Now, y'all know about the immigration problems. Some people still don't care. And I understand you don't care. But yo, there are stories, there are rumors, and did I share it? Hold on, let me see. Did I share this story first and foremost? Because I think I got so excited over just seeing the story. Like, I've been hearing so much to finally see the story. Then I was like, okay, let me go live about it. And yeah, I didn't share it. Fuck. But I do got the story of the guy who's down here doing the actual story. So let me try one more spot to see, did I share the story? And I want to share with y'all what enthusiast, yep, I didn't share it. Shit. Nope, I didn't share it, so fuck it. But this story right here, y'all, they're supposed to be dropping IDs off before they cross the border. This is the guy, his name, where his YouTube page. Is this him? Nikki Johnson. Okay, this wasn't the person they told me to look up. But this was a good story. Is they gonna get? I don't know. We're gonna go over it. If I had to go relook up about the guy with the which color I will, because I think it is on my phone. But let's get into this about this border passing, this crisis. Is it really, really that bad? Let me get y'all a nice view.
No money in there. Bunch of stuff over here. Look at this. Just some bag. Toothpaste. Jesus. Like, what is this? I did not think I would see that when I came down here. God. I'm in Eagle Pass, Texas, right at the U.S.-Mexico border. Well, technically this is a border, but there really isn't much bordering going on here.
Yeah,
anymore.
what is that really what
Eagle
you would
Pass
call
is
a
right
border?
here. It's one of 25 places that connect Texas to Mexico. I'm here because, well, there have been about 1 million migrants and illegal immigrants that have come across to the U.S. this year. So I wanted to see what the hell's going on down here. I spent 2 days at the border talking to people and looking around. You probably know our border is not secure, not even close. It's a national crisis. Some would say what's happening right now is an invasion, and it all starts right here, right where I'm standing.
This is crazy.
Welcome to America. As you can imagine, Eddie's not too happy about that.
Bro, why is it a rumor, unless you've been to other countries, that when you see these other border patrols and walls and crossing the country, it's really bordered? Why are we the openest? Because of we are the land of the free? Because we were built up off of immigrants? Immigration? Castaways? So you want to take every castaway kid that's out there in the world. We struggle here in America with fentanyl, kid trafficking, sex trafficking, homeless. Those like our three big major things that we suffer that hits us in the taxpayer books. That the reason why our marijuana is not of reasonable prices because of those three major things that I just said. But if this, I hope this the video, bros.
Guys, they can fucking walk it over.
Yeah,
Literally, man.
They go right over that
They
fence?
go right over. So at night, they go through here, and then they come out through over there, or they go through and come out through right there. It's just fucking ridiculous, man.
Just chaos.
Fuck chaos, yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Eddie
So
was
what
the
is that
first
property right
person I
there?
talked to when I got here. He was like, hey, let's go down to the bottom of the hill and then walk along the border and see if there's anything going on down there. I'll show you where all the migrants are coming in and the mess that's down there.
So this is what our border looks like. If you never seen what the border looks like, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to make it smaller. I really wanted to show it off, but it look like it's dragging for some of y'all, or maybe it might be just me. So let me make it a little smaller. But that barbed fence is supposed to be our border. Nobody to make sure, no cameras, a walk path.
So Eddie and I walked along the wall for a while. There was a lot of barbed wire, a lot of people in trucks driving around, and a lot of trash. I'll get to the trash part later. Last year, there were 2.5 million migrants that were captured entering the U.S. And that's the only ones that were captured. That's about 7,000 people every day that enter the U.S. illegally from Mexico.
Now listen here. Check this out. Because this same statistic be... Black folks in America like to use that same statistics about crime that happens that are not documented. They go on, oh man, there's so much crime that police officers do black folks. It's not all documented. They don't document all the crime. That same statistic, black folks say a lot. But immigrants, when I heard that same statistic or that same analogy, let me put it like that. When I heard that same analogy for niggas, I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't. But when I hear it for illegal immigrants, I tend to believe it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Now, are there police officers that don't document crimes? Yes. I just seen one earlier where a police officer literally was asking another cop to turn off his cameras before they lock up a person. Literally, I was watching that. I was like, okay, I'm shocked. You know, I was shocked. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it, but it is what it is, you know? So.
And this year, we're on pace for way more than that. There was a 3-week period in September where there were 7,000 a day. Not nationally, right here, right where I'm standing, 7,000 a day. One day they had 9,000. 9,000 probably gonna be new Americans cross the river right there in one single day last month. What is happening? So that's why I'm here.
What is happening? Am I watching? Are those? Who are those? Who are these people right here that we see? Who are these people that we see? Watching, letting them, collecting a paycheck, obviously. Yeah, y'all hear that salty laugh I just did? Sorry.
Now, by the time I got here, that big surge had ended, and it was just back to an above average number of people. We're talking 500 a day. That's still a lot. So here's where I was. I spent 2 days between these two bridges. This one's Bridge 1, and that's Bridge 2. Bridge 1 was open and operating normally. You can walk back and forth and drive back and forth. Bridge 2 is over here. And right under this bridge is where all the migrants were crossing into the country by the thousands every day. You probably saw it on television. And underneath Bridge 2 is where the Border Patrol had a processing center. The migrants cross over, then they're booked underneath Bridge 2 and sent away on a bus. This is where I hung out when I was here. Now, when I first got here, right away, Eddie and I saw some migrants that had just crossed over the river. So we walked over there to get closer. But then I was told by the Border Patrol, whoa, 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 you can't be over here.
Road, you kind of can't see it, but there's a spot up there off the main road. You'll see it. It's all marked off. It says just media only. You can go past this point. So what about like over here? So this is all city property, and it's all off limits. If you're down here recording, we got to call Eagle Pass PD. Okay. Where am I allowed to record them coming out?
He said that was city property, but if you record, we're going to have to call the people on you. I'm sorry that it's messing up, y'all. Let me try to knock some of this. Take some of this video down that I ain't using. Maybe that'll help. I'm sorry.
Out of the river. Am I allowed do that. So yeah, so the best we can do is we move the media back to, like, again, right off the, see the pavement up there, road. Yeah. That area up there. If you got a good lens on it, you can probably see some of them coming up. That's the best we can do, and that's mostly just, that's just safety-wise. We've got a lot of guys that are coming down here, and we get buses and vans through here. It's for your safety, and we're just trying to keep everybody up.
The Border Patrol dude told me there's been too many media around. So he's like, go up there to the media viewing point at the top of the hill. I was like, that sucks. Can't see anything from up there. So I went up there, and I looked over, and I was like, what the hell? They're so worried about me taking pictures. They just let some immigrants cross over undetected. I saw them. They didn't. They walked right past me. What is going on? There's some right there. What the hell? This was all very confusing.
Those are men too.
Let me tell you, I was just getting started trying to understand all this.
If y'all can't see, and it's very sketchy, I do apologize. I really, really do apologize. But those are men walking over. I do want to point that out. I do want to say that clearly. Those are men.
So then I walked back down to the border wall. I was like, I'm not going to stand up here all day away from the action. And then the Texas State Troopers came by. And they told me, you can go down there by the processing center. We don't care. The Border Patrol can't tell you that you can't be down there. It's a public walkway. He said over on the top, there's an area that the media can...
I'm not really sure we can say that. You can just walk around. We just don't want militia here.
Yeah.
So long as he's like,
Yeah, they start rattling the stuff and start rattling like gates, like, dude, we don't want this shit, dude. You know?
Yeah.
So you guys can go anywhere else, just as long as you don't bother them. And let you further down, then that's fine.
So the Border Patrol's like,
Okay, so police officers got a warning, got some type of note. Hey, don't bother Border Patrol. If anybody around there, so we can go down there, we can chill, we can record, we can do all of this, as long as we not bothering nobody and stuff like that. But yet again, we know it's documented that these asylum seekers, I just want to say it right for once in my life, these asylum seekers are over here and they're coming. They're coming over here, but they must not allowed to do nothing. Because once I picked them up, I would have threw them back in your face. Like, here you go. This is you. Here you go. This is you. This is you. This is you. I'm not playing.
go over there, but you guys were like, I don't care.
As long as you're not in their face,
Yeah.
recording.
So I had one agency telling me I had to back away, another one saying I had every right to be there.
There's a weird sense of entitlement that a lot of them now have, that they're just able to come in and they're just ignoring us and we can't do anything. As soon as they manage to get under the wire or over the wire, we have to call Border Patrol for them just to escort them to the processing center, wherever they're going.
This is Mark. He's with the Texas National Guard. I called Mark before I left for the trip, and he explained everything to me. So Joe Biden has decided that he wants to allow all the migrants into the country. So he basically told the Border Patrol, go ahead and let them all in, and we'll...
Okay. This is where I wanted to stop. Definitely at one point, cut it down to here and come talk to you guys. It really look like I am dark as hell, y'all. It really look like I am dark as hell. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Trust me, I'm back. So this is the part where I want to talk to y'all. I want to put my little input in on what I think is going on, and the rumors and stuff that's been going on. And y'all can take these rumors and take it how you want to take it. You know, this is why we should have the discussion that looks a lot better. So, this of Biden letting all these illegal immigrants over because he so-called understands that he cannot win. There's nothing that he can do. There's nothing that can persuade the people to vote for him. Only people that's going to vote for Joe Biden are people that extremely do not like Trump. If you don't like Trump, you voting for Biden, period. If you like, I am a full Democrat, I don't like him, boom. You're not voting for Biden because of anything special, anything above. Like, let's keep it real. But who would vote for Biden and have a impact? Because enough of them got to come over here. Think about it, y'all. Millions and millions and millions of immigrants got to come over. They got to be told something. They got to be told something. Hey, blase blah this, blase blah that. Understandable. Think about this too. And they only going to Democratic states. So now when you hear in November about certain states that have record-breaking voting, outcome of voting, you and I are going to forget about the illegal immigrants that came in here. No, we are not. There's a lot of channels. There's a lot of stations. There are a lot of people that have put in hard work that's seeing this, what's going on, that's going to be like, I can't be for this because we have seen this. And seeing this is not justifiable, but it's justifiable to understand why you are going to win an election. Because nobody in America wants to vote for you. But them people that are coming across that border that said that, oh, who let me over here? Joe Biden let me over here? Okay, I'll vote for him. Now, this is the rumor. This is the allegations. This what it seems like is what happened. Come on, bro. They're going to New York. They're going to Chicago. They're going to Denver. They're going to San Francisco. They're going to Massachusetts. They're going to all of these Democratic areas, which these places wanted them. They voted for letting themselves be asylum seekers. But I just did a show last night, and at the end, I played a lot of people expressing to each other of how they do not like what they're seeing. Let me fire this back up. So this is what's supposed to be happening, and this is what's supposed to be going on. Even if we like it or not. But if I don't show y'all, for those who watch my show, I'm like, hey, I'm a Biden fan. I think he's cool. I think he did a good job. Okay. You got a lot of people going down here to the border making these documents.
Deal with it later. But the governor of Texas hates letting these migrants in. So he sent the Texas State Troopers and the National Guard down here to stop the migrants from entering. But the Border Patrol has precedence. So the state of Texas just has to stand aside and support the Border Patrol, which has been told to let everybody in. The y'all-itics here are very confusing indeed. Both agencies have become pretty ineffective at this point. They've been told to basically just stand there and try to yell at the immigrants. Turn around, don't drown. Like that works. They're basically just chauffeurs. They process the immigrants at the border and then shuffle them off to drop-off points somewhere else. And all these agencies are pissed about this. They're saying, why am I even here? I'm not even doing my job. A lot of them are quitting. Does anybody have an idea when this is going to end, if it's going to end, or is this just how it's going to be forever?
We have no idea. We really don't have any idea at all.
Under Trump, Title 42 said immigrants couldn't come into the country because of COVID. But COVID's over now, so Biden passed Title 8, which means immigrants can come back in again and try for asylum. So they cross in here, they're booked, and then just released into the wild. Like, hey, check back in for a court date later and we'll try to figure out what to do with you. But that backlog is years long. Do you think these people are going to stick around for that and actually show up for those court dates? A lot of them don't. Says it all right there. Kind of wonder if there's anybody hiding in here. Anybody hiding in here? No? All right. So all this has created a huge surge in migrants coming in from places like Venezuela, Honduras, and other countries. And the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott's like, you're not staying here. But the problem is, there's just so many of them coming in that we can't even process them all. So they're putting them on buses and literally getting them out.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Nobody paying attention? Even I wasn't paying attention. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was not even paying attention. When they're over here and they're getting those bottled water, it's coming out of our pockets. Notice that. Come on, man. Look, old boy. Old girl, we don't know. Look how white. Come on, y'all. Pay attention. Look how white that white is with them socks. Them socks ain't dirty. Look how white that white is. She on the cell phone. Earring, cell phone. He got shorts, sandals, clean socks, good shoes. So we're giving them water, we're giving them clothing. That's coming out of your pants. Like if you're struggling, and you be like, hey, you should be able to go into that taxpayers' money and get some of that money out for ourselves to help pay off stuff, but we can't. If y'all behind on a bill or want to help pay off your credit cards or something real quick, you should be able to go in that taxpayer money just like they are going in that taxpayer money. That's how I look at it. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I really am struggling with the fact that there are a lot of people that's like, you need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? They deserve to be over here because they're in danger. But when you go down here and this guy is down here right now asking them, hey man, what are you here for? And they're talking about shut up and don't talk to me and you'll see one day. And I've been hearing all types of stories. Just go look it up all on TikTok, on any social media. You just look at people that's interviewing illegal immigrants that are here and asking what they're here for, and see the response, getting spit on. They throw rocks at us, and they're here in America doing this to us, to citizens.
Out of the state as fast as they can. And nobody even knows who these people are. Most of them aren't even searched or processed. They could have drugs or weapons, or be terrorists or criminals or cartel members. Nobody knows. But they're just busting them out of here. Anyways, I learned a lot on the first day I was here. And day 2 was even.
He just said something that caught my attention. And I'm so sad that this mug be doing this. I wish this would look like how it looks on my screen instead of how it looks on y'all's screen. That really sucks. But he really said something that brought to my attention. And if that's true, that's extra more dangerous than that, because they got cell phones. You don't think they can't call back to their people? So they're down there getting clothes, getting government phones, calling their loved ones, hey, come up there. We didn't even get searched. If they're not getting searched, I have a problem with that, bros. I have a serious problem with them not getting searched. But if the police pull you over, National Guards come talk to you just like they was talking to that man with the camera, he would have got searched. So, am I allowed to say privileged? Am I allowed to say privileged? That's privilege. That I can come over the border, you're gonna put clothes on my back, you're gonna feed me, you're gonna give me a cell phone, you're gonna give me food stamps, and you're not gonna search me. You're not gonna search me at all. It's all good. It's all Gucci. Y'all don't have a problem with that? Okay. Cell phone.
More interesting.
Earbuds.
This is what it looks like when you first get to Eagle Pass. Most of this part of Texas is very unforgiving territory. Scrub brush and desert, sorta. No man's land. The only thing you really see out this way are ranches with big fences. And then you turn a corner and you can see the Mexico flag from what seems like 10 miles away. I'd see that flag real up and close on day 2. So let's see if I can come over here and just loke up for a little bit. Got my coffee. I'm gonna go down here and see if I can just scope up along the river and get some action. Texas DPS guys told me that I'd be cool to come down here, but Border Patrol tends to be a little testy. Okay, so on the second day, I got up super early because I heard the migrants move at first light. I wanted to see them crossing over the river, but I also wanted to talk to people.
No bullshit. I had to stop for a second, y'all. No bullshit, because I'm sorry if y'all getting bad reception. I appreciate that y'all are hanging in with me, too, for those that are hanging in with me. But it's how he's narrating. Get down for some action. Talk to some people. I know, man. It's making it seem like we're talking about animals or something, like we're in the jungle. Look at the animals crossing over the river. Early in the morning, 4 o'clock when the sun rises, you can see the wild tame animals.
But, damn it, Border Patrol sent me back up to my lame-ass media vantage point again. An area from which I could see things, but not easily. Like I could see people across the river looking like they were about to cross. And I could see what I was later told were cartel people observing things. I could see people being processed that had just crossed over. Finally, I just got impatient. I called the Border Patrol media liaison guy, and I said, "Hey, what the hell? Why can't I go down to the river and watch this? The Texas State Troopers said I could." Okay, so there's no way that I can get, like, even an escort down there?
Correct.
Okay. What if, like, DPS or I get another agency that would allow me to go down there? Would that work?
You'd have to ask them, sir.
Okay. But, I mean, is Border Patrol going to cooperate if I can get DPS to...
If you go to DPS, it's got nothing to do with us.
Okay. Finally, I just decided I'm going to walk around and look at stuff. F this. That's when I did some real digging. I'm going to try walking the length of this. This is the wall that they had to put up because the other wall wasn't working.
This is the wall.
That's how ghetto America is. We've got shipping containers, barbed wire on top. China, it says China on it. A China shipping container protecting our border. All these migrants coming here are causing some big problems. There's nowhere to put them, so they're being left in the streets on sidewalks by the thousands all over the country. They're inundating our hospitals and our schools and the welfare system, driving down the cost of labor. Now, I was told that as soon as they cross the border, they get hundreds of dollars to use for transportation and food and whatever else. Some of them immediately get checks for $1,000 a month. No wonder they want to come here, right? Now, people have commented on this channel that illegals are getting gift cards and money and phones and plane tickets. The money and the plane tickets and the phone part, I believe. I just don't know how much money they're getting. I wouldn't be surprised by anything, though. Some say the person letting them in is trying to buy their votes. Some say they're trying to turn Texas blue. I don't think anyone's even searched that bag. And it's not their fault. I'm not blaming our border patrol or whatever. They're just being told, just don't even fucking deal with it. Stupid.
You would think if they did with them, they would have to
back in the day,
have a doctor there.
You'd see maybe 5 people a day cross the Rio Grande by this bridge. Mostly just Mexican families who wanted a better life. They didn't come here looking for a handout. Eddie told me that his parents crossed the river right there at that same spot. But they came the right way, and now they're great citizens. And all the Mexican Americans that live here now legally, they're pissed about all these people coming over trying to get free shit. And back then, you'd cross over and you didn't want to get caught. Now you want to get caught so you can get your paycheck. Word is out, I tell you. It is one big free-for-all coming.
Damn, look how big that flag is, B. Look how big that flag is. That Mexican, like, we sending them, baby. I don't know. That's what that tells me, bro. Hold on. I know I'm just doing this just so y'all can see. When you see that, that just tells me I'm sending them. We don't want them. Y'all can get them. That big ass Mexican flag. I ain't knocking nobody. That's crazy.
So there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Look, let me tell you something. My parents are not full-blown U.S. citizens. They're still resident, right? They got their residency the right way and shit like that. If you ask most of the people from anywhere, they're like, what they're doing is wrong. What they're doing is plain wrong. And you're talking about people that are from Mexico, from other places, you know what I mean? They're like, it's just wrong the way they're doing it right now. Now, if they're telling you that, well, shit, man, shouldn't you listen? If the people that have done it legally are telling you, well, that's wrong, shouldn't you listen to them? It's like, who else has that fucking experience? You know what I mean? They do. Not somebody sitting up in a fucking desk thinking that they know what's best for the country. Ask the people that are fucking living it what's best for them.
But you got to remember this, and Joe Biden been in office for 7,800,000 million years. Joe Biden seen the first damn astronaut land on the moon. Joe Biden seen the first comet go across the sky. Okay. Joe Biden sat down with the first author who ever wrote a book, and he was best friends with him. That's how long this man been in office. Joe Biden probably helped put in Congress to make out the first cartoon to get put on television. All right. Joe Biden was around probably during the last few chapters of the Bible. Long time Joe Biden has been around. Joe Biden was around when Jack the Ripper name first came out and hit the press. Okay? That's a long time. Long time. Long time.
And then decide what's best for the country. Because I don't get to sit behind any fucking desk and not worry about this. I do got to worry about it. I do got to make sure, like, hey, man, did they clear? Is the brush low enough so that we can see if there's people coming through or whatever? Are they going to mess up the fence today? You know what I mean? Do we got to patch up something today? You know what I mean? Because I came and they fucking box cutters and they messed up my shit and stuff like that, and I still got to go out and fucking repaste it, man. It's not right. It's not right. If they come in illegally, and then I'm gonna fucking reward you. Hey, here's some money. Let me take care of your food. Let me take care of your health care. Oh, did you get injured? Oh, you need to have a baby? Let me go ahead and take care of all that for you. While you're doing all this shit illegally. And me as an American citizen, if I go 5 miles over the speed limit and a cop catches me, I'm fucking citation, sir. You're getting a fucking warning. You're getting a ticket. You're gonna have to pay for that. Wait, you just gave $200-300 to an illegal immigrant that hasn't paid any taxes ever, and you probably, fed him. And you probably take care of his, health care, but I'm going 5 miles over and you're gonna, bust me down for that? It makes no sense. It makes no.
This could start the World War III. Not the World War III, but another civil war. Stuff like this, attitudes like this, discussions like this, we all getting fed up. It's getting down to becoming to a breaking point. How much can we take? When is enough enough? They're letting anybody over. They're grooming our kids. They're telling our kids it's okay to do this. They're raising our food prices. They're raising the home equity. They're lowering minimum wage. They're lowering sentences for people that are doing crime. They're raising gas prices. They're only making jobs for the government. They're not making jobs for anything else. Unless you want to work for the city, you want to work for the government. Them the only type of jobs that they have made in the last 2 years. But you got most people that are gonna look at police officers. They're gonna look at congressmen like, you better not take a dime out of my paycheck. I want all my money. You better not write me a ticket unless you will lock up a legal immigrant. And people are gonna scratch up them tickets and stuff like that, and they're gonna really not care no more. It's really gonna come down to a problem to where you really are gonna be shook and woken up with what's going on. I promise you, you're gonna be shaken up over this because this is gonna be alarming. We're not ready. America's not ready for any type of war or violence to really hit these streets. Maybe some of you rednecks out there, maybe some of you niggas out there, maybe. People that have served the time, yes. I can agree with y'all that, yeah, y'all are ready. Y'all will hold it down. But to really sit up here and say that, hey, yo, America's ready for some action if it really had to go down. Like we really truly are. No, we not. I'm here to say no. It's not happening. Okay? We is not ready for that life and that type of outcome to happen to us. I'm just stating the obvious. It makes me want to think like, what are we into? What are we waiting on? What are we It's crazy, it's strange to me to think that we are not happy. Now you say you happy, you say I'm happy, we say we happy, and I can get it. But you're not happy. You know why you're not happy? Because we complain that things are happening, and you do. You complain to your friends, your families, whoever listen. You do complain like, hey man, this is happening, I don't like it. And then you might hear about a little group over here that's gonna do something about it. You may hear about a little group over there that's gonna do something about it. And you don't do nothing about it. That's really not. I really want to get it to the point which I think this is not the video. No, it's really not. I'm on the dude page. This is supposed to be the dude. I'm supposed to have found the dude page. Yep, found it. Found it. So this, the other dude that we watched wasn't it, but this is supposed to be the dude. Which I'm so sorry, I might have to come back and redo this. This is supposed to be the dude that's finding all the IDs.
Yeah. We're a country of immigrants.
Well, it's all interesting.
Okay, let's do remote.
That's where all the people are dying.
Oh, there we go. This guy's from China. What a wild part of the world. Yuma County, then the natives control this land. We have Euros in the dirt.
Drug tunnel.
Into the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
We're a country of immigrants. We all came from somewhere. Came from India. It's snowing currency.
Maybe they paid the wrong people.
It's 2 to 3 days walking.
So these motherfuckers got, you see, this is what I was supposed to be showing y'all in the first place. Right, y'all seen that these motherfuckers got money? Money?
From here to get to any kind of civilization.
So you're
Are
saying
those people up here?
you're Walker, Texas Ranger, and Trevec.
Put away your personal and political rhetoric. Get down to business.
Have you seen many guys from India coming?
The cartels are collecting their money down here under this bridge.
Do they ever fire over the border?
Oh, yeah.
The coyotes can literally just drop them right here and they walk over and call 911.
Yeah.
Did he say coyotes? Did he just call him a coyote? Didn't Trump call him a coyote? Y'all got mad? Okay.
And this is what's never explained.
Some of the Russians were going out through Dubai to make it all the way into Cabo.
There's a radio up here. Here we have the trail going right up, and this is the border. Good morning, guys. Here in Yuma, Arizona, right on the border with Mexico. And in recent times, there's been a huge influx of migrants coming over.
Now watch that I did this video with this guy, about this guy. I just found out about him. Been hearing stories about him. You know what I'm saying? Watch, he gonna do a podcast with somebody. And I'm gonna have to get into that to hear it.
Over this border. But what is the situation like now? What does it compare to other times in Yuma history? So today we're going to meet with Sheriff Wilmot, who's been in office here for decades, who's going to walk us through his perspective and his understanding of the situation. Let's do this. All right, Sheriff, where are we going?
Well, we hit the remote part first, and then we'll get back into town. Or we can do vice versa, whatever you want to do.
Where's the...
Okay, so check this out. The first video that I showed y'all was the angle from Texas and how Texas is treating one part of their little border. Now we're in Arizona, and I'm showing you from a different angle of how they're treating the border.
The more interesting part.
Well, it's all interesting.
Okay, let's do remote. Yeah.
That's where all the people are dying. So Yuma County, 5,500 square miles. I got 95 deputies that patrol all of this.
Okay.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The cartels have designated locations along the border. They allow people to cross. Then the cartels also have designated areas that they control where their narcotics come across. And those that do not want to be apprehended are also guided through. Anybody that crosses the border here is paying anywhere from $6,000 per person up to $15,000. It all depends on what country you came from. So those that are coming from Russia, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, the Ukraine, they're paying more to get here.
You're getting migrants from that part of the world.
Oh yeah, 140 different countries. You figure this last federal fiscal year in Yuma County, just on the river corridor.
He said 143 different countries. There's only 187 different countries in the world. I'm going to say that again. He said 143 different people, different countries are coming over here. 143 illegally coming over here. There's only 187 different countries in the world. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy.
over 310,000 people that were apprehended and processed by Border Patrol agents. And then out in the eastern part of my county in the remote desert, there's over 28,000 getaways that they know of for sure. There could be more. That's the impact for Yuma Sector Border Patrol, which is either the second or third smallest Border Patrol sector in the whole for U.S. Border Patrol. So they're running maybe 800 agents that had to handle over 310,000 people. There's the border right there.
Where, oh, the fence is up there.
Yeah.
What I was told in South Texas was the fence isn't going to stop anyone. 32-foot fence, 33-foot ladder, whatever, right? But it makes it easier for Customs and Border Protection to deal with it because they can set up the infrastructure on the on the fence. You can see where people are all pinching together to go over, whatever. It's Is that your understanding of it, or
It's a deterrent. And yes, they do use
Okay. We hear stories every day about what goes on in other places like this. You hear stories, I hear stories. You be on the internet, I be on the internet too. This is really, really going on. This is really, really happening. And for a sheriff to know about the cartels and the spots and where they're doing things, it's kind of hard to grasp and say, like, you know, a tad bit too much to not, you know, a tad bit too much to not know or not have some type of strategy of how to prevent this from happening or to slow it down. Maybe not all the legal immigrants over here, not that part, but the cartels, the drug parts, and fighting back against the crimes and things like that. I'm sorry. You've been there too long, and it just, maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a police officer, but it just, you hear him talk, you hear him laying out the facts, you hear him laying out where everything is at and how everything is ran. Key thing, key words, how everything is ran. So with this police officer, you would think that you want to hear a problem back up with a solution. At least I do. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but I that's what I thought.
ladders, but ergo, you have cameras, you have sensors, but it does slow down that criminal element so that Border Patrol can actually respond and get there to be able to apprehend. And it keeps individuals from impacting our farmers. When most people hear Yuma, Arizona, they think of desert. What you need to understand is Yuma County supplies the whole of the United States, 90% of your winter leafy greens. When you have these gaps in the fencing that were stopped, it's just an open area and it funnels the cartels. This is one of the crossing points, is right down here. And there's where it impacts our farmers because those individuals were going into those fields and defecating and the trash was being left there. As a farmer, because of food safety, you can't harvest that area. It's now contaminated.
What do?
They just have to plow it under. So where we're at here is Morales Dam. Obviously, United States, Mexico, right across the river. Cartels designated this as one of the crossing points. So you can see along that, where that pickup is at, there's a little road that goes down.
You see, anybody catching, like, this is the part where I'm like, okay, you know where the cartel is at. This is the part where I'm like, okay, so you know cartel. Why don't you have a person trolling this specific spot right here? I'm finna have a guy posted up right here, strapped the fuck up. Maybe two cars deep. 4 men. You know, so everybody can watch Stay 6. Just saying.
So they get off at the airport, Mexicali, take their Uber, bus, cab,
Get off
whatever.
at the airport.
Yeah, They all fly into Mexicali. Everybody that's coming here
Mexicali?
is flying in.
They're not doing the long, hard journey through the
none
country.
of these folks are doing that. They're flying in. Some of these countries, they have to manipulate airports according to whether or not that country requires a visa. Some of the Russians were going out through Dubai and other countries to make it all the way into Cabo. They'd spend a couple weeks in Cabo, and then they would fly into Mexico City, then into Mexicali. So all these different 140 plus countries,
Mexicali.
they're all educated enough to figure out how to get from airport to airport to airport.
So
310,000 have crossed this area of the river corridor from here, between here and about.
That makes sense, though. Come on, y'all. 143 different countries, and there are countries where you can fly without a visa as long as you know how to fly. And yet again, there are countries that let you fly without a passport, legally or illegally, however it goes. There are countries out there that let you do that. There is a fact. Stop playing, boy.
About 8 miles.
you guys down here were putting storage containers, right?
Right, the governor.
To
Usee
block
did.
the gaps here?
Right. They pulled all the containers out because finally this administration has decided that they need to finish this portion because of the sheer amount and volume of people coming in here illegally.
So this fence is going to be built here soon?
They're supposed to be contracted out to put in the rest of this gap, but not all gaps, and I'll show you that out. So they just walk off the bus, walk down that little trail right there, come across right here. So you're not even getting wet.
And then who gets them here on the Arizona side?
Border Patrol.
That's so interesting. So they want to get caught.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's what we call give-ups. These are individuals that those countries won't take them back. So
like the Russians won't take them back?
No.
Okay. So once they
claiming asylum because they're coming from a country of violence.
Okay, so.
And once they find out that your damn city or that all the border patrols is least busy and all extracted, then we'll send these guys that have the drugs and everything else. We'll send them through. We'll send them through. Okay.
Once they get in, Customs Border Protection takes them in, processes them, and then they have an asylum court hearing.
Well, they're given a notice to appear wherever they're going in the U.S. You got to have a sponsor.
Okay.
So, and I picked up pieces of paper showing addresses within the interior of the United States, Wisconsin, New Jersey, where that's where they're going.
What's your understanding of the backlog right now when they have to appear in that state?
Before this administration came along, the backlog, as we understood it, was anywhere from 7 to 11 years because they had over 11 million illegals that were still pending hearings.
He's going the other way. He's going to Mexico. Oh, there we go.
Otto! Steady.
Okay, the one guy went through the gap. This guy's swimming right now.
See him?
Just went into the reeds. Literally, guys, we've been down here just 10 minutes or so. Wow.
How do you take 20,000 children in the middle of New York City without anybody seeing? They are being put into buses. They are given certain clothes. Some of them were taken out in boxes. You can call them crates. You can call them caskets of dead people, although they were live children in there.
I mean, we could talk about tunnels all we want. The non-believers will say, where's the proof?
When I go into the tunnels, I can't take my phone, and if you're going to do it, the psychopaths will eliminate you. So some pictures I saw that are real, and I was surprised to see them.
But there are many children down there.
Yes. But they're not in the main rooms. They're in the hidden rooms within the walls of the tunnels.
Do you have an idea of the number of children that we're talking about?
It's huge. It's numbers you can't comprehend.
I gotta find a way to see
He's
that
still
story.
walking that way.
Is he on land?
No, he's in the water. Yeah, I'm watching him.
I'm just curious. That's
two. Okay.
I'm gonna have a conspiracy theory day for some stuff like that when I can get
So I thought
into
it would
that
have been a
channel.
nighttime thing, but it's all time.
All day long, every day. So these are ones that are the getaways.
So this guy will go back, hide in the reeds, wait a while, and then...
Yeah, and he'll come back.
He doesn't want to get caught, though.
No.
Why doesn't he want to get caught?
Probably because he's either prior deport or he's got a criminal history. You just heard him laughing. He thinks it's funny. It's all a game.
It's just cat and mouse.
Yeah.
That looks like a pretty big jump he's about to do. Oh, not too bad. It's hard to explain, guys. It's a very surreal part of the country. And until you see it firsthand, I know the video does a bit of capturing it, but here's the opportunity, and many people want the opportunity. Very understandable. Why wouldn't you want to go where the opportunity is? I mean, like I've always said, I would do the same thing if I was living in poverty or in a terrible situation. I would go for the US. But as an American, I want the legal process to be respected.
Well,
and we should know everyone who's coming in our country, right?
He's coming up beside you.
You ever see that one leave the pond?
Yeah, he's already over and working his way up towards the other side.
You sprinted pretty hard there.
I did. I'm out of breath. I need to start like running.
Did you catch the other one?
Yeah, the second one was up by the train tracks.
Oh, was he? Okay.
I'll put you down as your sister.
Well, at least he caught the one that was getting away. Yeah, I get it, but I mean, let me ask you something. What's the threshold of dealing with it?
Right.
This country
there is a threshold.
We
of course.
cannot afford to take care of all these other countries' issues.
Right.
I mean, right now, you look at the massive amount of money being spent each and every day by this administration dealing with this. So you look at one tent to house individuals, just to sleep in it, is about $4.5 million a month. Okay?
What do you mean?
One tent.
Oh, one of these big tents?
One of these big tents that you see on the news, 4.5 million. Now the other tents are about 6.5 million because that's where they have to cook the food and feed the folks. And then you look at the fact that they got laundry services so they can get their laundry done. And the fact that Border Patrol each and every day has to buy food and clothing to clothe these individuals. When does it stop? It's 16 million a month for HHS just to deal with the unaccompanied children that come across. That's your tax dollar and mine.
But we don't have any problems in this country, so we have plenty of money to spend.
Well, if you live in a bubble, you don't have a problem, but we deal with reality
we got it all figured out here. No issues in America.
The video you're watching right now is 55 minutes long, which means that 3/4 of the original footage didn't make the cut, either because it was too long or too controversial to be on YouTube. This happens quite often. That's why I've decided to produce an extra monthly video on Patreon for those of you who would like more content. For example, here's a sneak peek of the director's cut from this video that's an hour and a half long.
And this is what I told Mayorkas.
Why do you think neither side has really wanted to resolve this issue?
That right there is a scout that's watching this area.
Oh, these guys down here. There he sees them.
And I'll also produce some bonus episodes that won't be available here. I'll leave my Patreon link in the pinned comment below where you can get full access.
This is the guy that they said for real, found a bunch of IDs in a book bag, bro. That's like he's like some of the content that he's saying he can't even show you on YouTube.
This game, you're not ready for it.
You're Texas Ranger, I'm sure that. How does it make you feel, though, seeing this every day? Do you become numb, or does it dishearten you because you love your country, or what does that feel like for you?
I feel bad for the rest of the country because we're all going to have to deal with this. Your community is going to pay the price for what this administration is doing on not enforcing the rule of law. The bottom line is, to enter this country legally, you have to go to a port of entry. Claim asylum at a port of entry. That is the law. I get the fact that a lot of the politicians don't like the immigration law. Well, fix it and change it. But until then, you need to enforce the rule of law. It worked. We've seen it through the prior administration when we were only getting 25 to 40 apprehensions a day in Yuma County proper versus over 1,000 a day now. This administration, because of their politics and personal and political ideologies, stopped all that because they hate one guy who actually supported law enforcement. And the people of this country need to understand that this is coming into their backyard. This person's going to be in their backyard under a different name, and you don't know what kind of criminal history this guy's got. I've run into doctors, I've run into lawyers from different countries down here, I've run into school teachers. They're straight up with you on why they're coming here. But then you have the others that don't want to be identified, and why. Is this a child molester? Is this a murderer? What kind of crimes has he done in that country that he fled? That's a question that anybody in public safety would want to know. But yet, because of the policies of this administration, we're probably never going to know until it's too late, because somebody's going to get hurt.
It's already documented of a dudes in New York robbing people. It's already been stories of people sending girls to knock on elderly people doors and stuff, and crazy stuff like that. Y'all, this stuff is crazy and not what we need to be having. And I can't wait till after November, bro, and we clean these streets up. This stuff got to be cleaned up. This is crazy. But I do want to hear that one question he asked. Why don't you think both sides truly wants to clean up? How much money and who is really paying for to keep these borders open? That is a yeah, that's one hell of a question to answer, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer, dog. I just want to get into this story. I seen this, it made me want to jump on the live. Yo, more answers, more weed to smoke. Just trying to get into it. Until next time, we out. Peace.